Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I am Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I'm very happy and excited to be with each and every one of you again this evening. Yay, Sunday, January 28th. Oh my goodness, the last Sunday in January. How did that happen? It's just gone by so fast, hasn't it? It's just, wow. Oh, well. We just got to enjoy it and just enjoy it and just go with the flow. And welcome everyone, and thank you so much. Beautiful Angel, welcome. Thank you, everyone. Angel thought yesterday, Saturday was Sunday, and was all excited until she realized it was Sunday. It was like, oh no. So welcome everyone as you're coming in, whether you're watching this show live or in the archives, whether it's archived radio or archived video. Thank you so much for joining in and sitting in sacred circle with each and every one of us this evening. And it's a space has been reserved even for those who are going to watch in archives, or even who are watching now and want to come back again. Your spot is still reserved. Spirit, the universe knows who's going to attend, and maybe there's an attraction to come, and so your space has been reserved. And oh, hi, Mickey. Yay, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Welcome, everyone. I'm just so excited to be with each and every one of you this evening. And so be sure to, before I get carried away, be sure to comment, like, and share, please. Of course, you know, a lot of you are commenting, so continue to comment. And if you have any issues, then please, I would recommend that you refresh. And so just hit the refresh button, because sometimes that happens with Facebook. Yeah, that's it, with Facebook. So please do that. Please comment, like, and share. And I really appreciate that. And again, welcome everyone. And yes, hello, sister Mickey. Hello, Julia. Oh, look. Hello, Reverend Tiffany and everyone. Yay, I love that. I love it. Thank you so much for those that are sharing. Hello, everyone. Hello, Brian Rawls, Reverend Brian Rawls, who is also with the Goldylocks Productions Network. You should check his show out Wednesdays live right here on Goldylocks Productions Facebook page, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And so if you haven't ever experienced light language, you may want to tune into his show. All right. So Amber, well, welcome, Amber. Thank you. Yay. Trying to listen while writing a paper for school. Hey, that's multitasking. And please, in commenting, it's interacting with each other. I'd love for this to be very, very interactive and helping each other and one another. It's just, you know, it's beautiful. We are all here. And this is what I like to call, this is school time. Welcome to, or what did I call it last week? I think it was like, oh, this is better than like a healing share. It's a healing and intuitive share, because it started last week with having like little intuitive tests for you guys to help strengthen your intuition. What helped me to really develop. And so I'm going to share that with you as well with each show. All right. So it's giving and receiving. It's just a really powerful sacred hour together. All right. And like I said, before I get carried away, because once I get into that channeling mode, I just say what's coming out. I'd like to share my website is whitesagewoman.com. You can message me through Facebook, or you can message me through my website, whichever way you prefer. All right, so I'm going to share that now. And every week I like to give a couple of messages from the crystal and gemstone of the week, and also the spirit power animal of the week. All right. And so these are very important because it helps you to connect with nature, or stay connected with nature, because many of you, I feel, are so connected, to nature, to everyone. And that's important for us all to stay and maintain and have that connection. All right. With each other, especially now in this time of where we are into the ascension process of the fifth dimension. And we are really, really becoming empowered and stepping more into our authentic self, aren't we? And this is important for us to do that. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful time, even though we can feel physically drained. In this flu and cold that's going around. Just please, everyone, take care of yourself. And then we have all of this, our DNA, whether you want to call it uploads or downloads, our DNA is restructuring and to hold more light. And so let's be gentle with ourselves. And but you can feel like dizzy, ringing in the ears a whole lot more. And then, yes, we have this full moon, blue moon coming upon us too. We're already feeling the effects from so many things all at once. So just please be gentle with yourselves. All right. And got me moody. Goodness, I need to transform all this into love. That's exactly, Sandy, I'm glad you really brought that up, because when we get, I don't want to say backed up, but when we have so much to share and we get backed up, we can feel that back up too. And so no matter how I feel, I know that I got to put my butt in this chair and have this hour for everybody, because it's not about me. It's about all of us together, right? All of us together. And we help and strengthen each other. We really, really do. And it's transforming it into love and then sharing. And so if I don't give messages or give healing, I feel it. I really feel it. I will get really hot. It's like a backup of you're holding your fire, right? And it's different for everyone. So I don't want to go too involved with it, because everyone is a little different in how they do it, right? And so, yes, low iron, Mickey, a lot of people suffer from low iron, low magnesium. And so good. Yes. Yeah. We're going to feel the effects of this. I'm not going to go off onto a conspiracy tangent, because I did have those who we can tell when there's a difference, whether it's chemtrails, we go outside and we smell the air. Those who go out every day and get a deep breath of air, when it's 100% authentic nature. Well, that might be hard now because of all of the atmospheric toxics. It's just environmental toxins that we have. But when something is off, let me say that. And during this whole time, you go outside and it's almost like when it hurts to breathe, or you breathe and it's like, ow, instant headache or instant kind of cough, because it's almost like something is not right. So it's for whatever reason. This is please, wherever you stand on immunizations, just be very careful. Read the ingredients if you feel like you need to get a shot. Read the ingredients on it. And just pump yourself up with vitamins and minerals. Make sure you're taking some sort of food enzyme, because that helps your vitamins and minerals to absorb. Otherwise, it's not doing any good. I mean, it's doing some good, but not as good as it could, right? If you're going to take vitamins and minerals, don't let it operate at 40%. How about 100% with food enzymes? And if you have any questions on that, I mean, I'm not certified herbalist yet. I'm working on that certification, and it's a long process, but I sit in webinars and ongoing learning all the time. And it's just ongoing process, isn't it? So we do need to make sure we know our food is toxic. We can't just survive on food alone. We have to do a combination of so much. All right. And so let's do that. And yes, most definitely, Angel, drink plenty of water. Watch your water. If you can, if you own your own home, you can rent a reverse osmosis system from whatever water delivery is near you company. Look into it, see if you can rent a system. And I'd say rent a reverse osmosis system because they will take care of it. We rent one for $30 a month. $30 a month. And they come every year and replace the filters for free. And these filters are expensive. All right. They can be $100 to $300 a filter, and there's like 3 or 4. All right. So you want to make sure you rent the system where you can get the free upgrades. Well, hello, John. Thank you so much for tuning in. But not too cold to say that in the Northeast. Define what too cold is for us is different than down there in the South. But it's okay. That's where I'm from. But I don't mind the cold. I've never minded the cold. So it's all good. And yes, Sandy, liquid vitamins, I do. They're very potent. Anything under the tongue that you can take, liquid vitamins, get in the bloodstream immediately. Most homeopathic, if they're little pellets or they're liquid and it's under the tongue, no, you're getting it into your bloodstream quickly. Anything that you swallow, with the vitamins and supplements, it's going to have to go through your intestines. And if you have intestinal issues, the absorption might not be as powerful. So just keep that in mind. And as I say that now, because I've been a little stuffy, I have peppermint oil. Peppermint oil. I love my essential oils too, right? So I just give me a minute. Okay, so, woo. If you have a clogged up nose or sinuses, even like the little headache, the sinus headache, I get just peppermint oil. I use the Brain Nature Sunshine. Make sure you use a premium oil. And again, feel it. Your body will tell you if it's good or not. Hold one nostril, inhale like I just did. And it really helps immediately to clear your sinus. I mean, I'm carrying this around with me, all around, so I could just breathe and get that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yes, liquid vitamin B12 is really good. Really, really good. Okay. So, see, this is good advice. We all have something to share with each other. I love the comments. Keep them coming, because it's all sharing with each other. How's my joint? How's my shoulder? Actually, you know what? Thank you so much for bringing that up, Sandy. I wanted to tell you all thank you so much. I have been feeling the last week since the last show it being worked on. So from all of you healers out there, from all of you, and you all are healers, thank you so much for sending. When you send prayer, it's a prayer of healing, right? You're sending it. So thank you so much, because I have been feeling it being worked on, and it feels so much better than it did last week at this time. So thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Thank you. All right. So let's get on with the crystal gemstone of the week is rainbow jasper. And if you don't know what this looks like, go ahead and of course, with any of these, you can just Google them and see what they look like. A lot of them come in different colors and different, all of them look different. So just check that out, the different varieties. So, yeah, Sandy, we're all wrapped up. We're cold. Hey, I have these wraps I walk around with, but I take them off for the show. No. All right. So the rainbow jasper, the characteristics of the having and the healing properties of the rainbow jasper, just in holding any of these crystals and gemstones, it's a calming stone. It relieves emotional stress and anxiety. Rainbow jasper. I need to have a huge hunk of this. Don't we all have these times where we just need more calm and less anxiety? I think I need a statue carved out of rainbow jasper. But it really doesn't matter about the size of them, because you can get them and just hold them in your hand. The small size is still just as powerful. All right, so it's and I have found, and this may be some of you may agree, those of you who buy crystals, you just, I don't want to say it's not an obsession or an addiction, although my husband think it is. It's like, what, you brought home another rock? Like, stop it. Yes, I did. But you know what though? Isn't it funny? I read this and I was laughing, because I'm at the stage now of just purge anything I'm not using, purge these collections and collectibles that I had to have that were just, I look at them now going, I had to have this. What was I thinking? And I saw this great quote. Someone said that you spend the first 50 years collecting and the second 50 years getting rid of these collections. And so it's, some of the family collectibles and things, of course, they keep and leave for its children. Would I let them deal with it? But no, a lot of the things, though, is just, even from them, with my sons, having moved out a couple of years ago, we're still, okay, why are we holding on to, outdoor toys that they had when they were 10 and 11 years old? This is ridiculous. Box, Goodwill, goodbye. I would rather now, and I've watched myself, I used to, I want to buy shoes, or I want to buy these different things, whatever your collectibles were, and there was a lot. I'd rather now spend that money on gemstones and crystals, on Himalayan salt lamps, and essential oils, vitamins, healthy foods. I'd rather do that to help take care of the sacred space of home, right? And having crystals around is very healing, so most definitely. And even if you find, I have crystals in every room now. So if you can put crystals in every room and you find yourself moving them around, you've essentially made a crystal grid out of your sacred space. And it's very powerful, very powerful. So it's just crystals, the Himalayan salt lamps help tremendously. I light incense and candles all the time. I have little fairy lights. They just helps with the energy. It really does. So and not that it helps you to justify bringing home big pieces, and just be careful where you buy from. You can buy online. But I prefer to go to a local store and feel the energy, and they really do call to you. Those who buy crystals and gemstones, they call to you. You're attracted to it. That's the one. I want to share with you a new, I like crystal balls. I do a lot of distant healing with crystal balls, and I've always wanted a purple or an amethyst one. And look, oh no, I don't know if you can see how it's purple though. It's not clear crystal. It's got a purple hue to it. I'm trying to see if you can see if it's purple or not. Oh, anyway, isn't it beautiful? And I'm going to send, before I give messages this evening and after the intuitive test, I'm going to send some healing out to each and every one of you. And because, I've shared the divine channel messages with you, but I also want to share some direct healing. I want you to feel what else I do, just the scope of services. And and maybe I shouldn't say do, but what would I be? And we're all human beings. All right. It's the earth part of human, the beings of, we come from the stars. All right. So we do have all of these abilities. We really do. So yeah, white sage and rosemary incense. Very nice, Sandy. Yes, yes. It's whatever you like, and you have to, and it's interesting too, these are little notice patterns and things where you can piece together with past lives as well. I always found white sage, which is funny, you know, my name, Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, right? My given name from a powwow. I'm sorry, from it was a drumming circle by an indigenous elder, and also in physical form, and he was being guided by the elders in spirit form. So that's how I got my White Sage Woman is my given name. And so it was funny because I kind of giggled and was like, but I can't burn sage. It chokes me up and gives me a headache. And he just looked at me and he smiled and he goes, don't put this on the back burner. He goes, and it's not that kind of sage. Go look up what sage means. But it was funny. I didn't know how to take it at first. And I'm like, and then to find out too that it is, I didn't really, that it's such an honor, and it's not an everyday occurrence to have a name given to you, bestowed upon you. So anyway, but so isn't that interesting? I do have the only white sage I can tell you that I can use as a California white sage from Anthony Rodriguez. And he is also on Goldylocks Productions Network on Tuesdays, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And he collects it himself, blesses it, and it's beautiful. But I save that for outside. I like to do that in spring and summertime, the sage for the sacred space outside. And so I like to do for those. But you learn more about yourself and smelling the incense. Be careful. Make sure they're not cheap sticks, and where they're made from. Because unfortunately, sometimes made in America, they're dipped in chemicals, and you can smell them. And if they catch fire really fast, they have an accelerator chemical on it. Make sure they are rolled herbs, because that's what they are, or an herbal stick, right? That's what incense is supposed to be. So I like to use Indian, like an Indian temple type of incense. Nag Champa is another one of my favorite ones. And even like some Tibetan ones. That just, because I light them several times during the day, I want it to be soft, and you have to like it. All right. So, but it's interesting. Like I said, whatever you're drawn to. Now, why would I be drawn to a Tibetan type of incense when I haven't smelled it in this life? But yet it seems so familiar to me. And, when I smell that. So pretty interesting. It happens a lot to us, I'm sure. All right. So let's go on to the spirit power animal of the week is a parakeet. Parakeet. And the parakeet has the characteristics of, and reminds us that it's the ability to change direction suddenly. The ability to change direction suddenly. We have to, and that's a great reminder, that we have to really go with the flow right now. We have to get out of a comfort zone. We have to be able to change direction quickly and suddenly. To love and trust, just opening up that sacred heart center. Assistance with goals within the community. Again, this is a repeating message, is community, community, community. We really have to make sure that we are networking, like right here. This is the community, not just the neighborhood where you live. but where you are giving and receiving feedback every day or once a week, on the social media. Yay! So it's it's great. It's community. It's getting together with other like-hearted people. Don't say like-minded. No, it's like-hearted. That Sacred Heart Center. More of those, because we're connecting heart to heart, and that's very powerful. Very, very powerful. So Sandy, you buy your incense from Florida. That's nice. More and more people are making herbal incense, and they are getting into making the natural and holistic type of tools that we are not really tools, but whether they're incense or soap and things like that. And I think that's great. So that's good. You have to like, and it has to agree with you. So whatever you are buying. So, let me just get some more water here. Whew. Hope y'all are drinking your water. And you can also, for those of you who, I was talking about the reverse osmosis system, because the reverse osmosis is, some of these filters do not catch fluoride. Reverse osmosis does catch fluoride. All right. And so, and that's what I put in the dog's water bowl too. The dogs haven't had tap water in I don't know how long. Well, these dogs never, not the set of our furry babies, and their whole life, that's what they have been given. It's, and you can tell a difference. They're not getting sick either. So I give it to the whole family. We really need to do that. If you can't, just make sure you haven't some kind to do reverse osmosis system for whatever reason. Now I know you have to own your home, or if you rent, you have to have the homeowner or the rental agent sign off or agree to having the system installed. It can be under the sink, in the basement, or wherever there's space, and they put a spigot right there. Right beside your faucet and everything, right there in the kitchen. And it's very convenient, very, very convenient. But if you can't do that for whatever reason, you can bless your water. And this is what I wanted to get back to, because I don't want people to feel like, oh my gosh, we just hold the water like this. We want to be careful. And we can bless food and water. Many of us are brought up with doing that. How many said the blessing at the table? Why do they keep calling it a blessing? Yeah. All right. We're giving gratitude to our food, gratitude to, every part and every person involved in that, whether it is, the farmer, the whole processing, whatever. You give gratitude to that whole process, and it heals the food. It heals for those that eat animals, eat meat. You're healing that process with that animal as well. You're giving gratitude. Native Americans, the indigenous people did this a long time ago, using every part of the animal, not for sport, all right, to consume. And they would sit in meditation before the hunt, and the specific animal knew, they connect to that animal, and they knew that the animal that was going to sacrifice so that their tribe could live. And they honor that animal by using every part. And it was a thank you, a thank you, a thank you. And we do the same thing. Right now, we should still be thanking the earth for the greens that it's producing, for the vegetables and the fruits, and then the animals. It's just, let's get back to doing that. Blessing the food, blessing the water that we drink. And then we change that structure. When you put in food or drink that you consume that is blessed, wow, that's very healing. It's going to help your body. It really is. All right. And so what I want to do now is get to the test. Are you all ready for your next intuition test? So this is gonna be fun. So I had homeschooled my boys, my sons, from preschool all the way to high school graduation. They're in their 20s now. They're mid-20s. But one of the reasons, other than just at that time my husband was active military and moving around, but it was also to I didn't want our children to have anyone else's morals, and I wanted to teach them spirituality. I wanted them to connect to who they are, because I was connected to my gifts and abilities, and I wanted them to know who they were. They aren't someone that, I expect them to be, or their father expected them to be my husband. It's none of that. I value them as unique individuals, a gift from the stars. And I wanted to just, and this is what's hard for parents sometimes, is just to be that guardian and that overseer and that protector for them, but guide them onto their path. Not, well, this is tradition, you're going to do it whether you like it or not, which is how many of us were raised. And we rebelled. No, I'm not going to do it. So I wanted to honor them and who they really are. So I would teach them, and we would come up with all these ways of testing intuition, which also helped me. And even more, the more we use it, the stronger it gets. And the same with you guys. So what I've got is just playing cards. All right. This deck of cards that I have, though, it's got animals on them. So they're pretty fun. They're pretty fun deck. So just a set of playing cards. And let me tell you, these there's something very spiritual about cards. And it is interesting how we all reach for cards, whether it's a fun game. Many games were designed to hide people's belief systems. Even if you think about the dreidel, it was so they could that the Jewish community could communicate with each other right in front of Roman soldiers. They could give messages without them even knowing what's going on. So it's that intuition type of sharing, game, very intuitive. Games are very intuitive, I feel. And so I like to, let's just start off with the regular deck of cards. And what we can do, we can get really detailed with this. But what we'll start off with is, I'm going to pull the card, and I want you to tell me in the comments if it's red or black. Let's do that. That's the easiest. 50-50. If the card is a red card or a black card, and if you want to test at home, with yourself and with family members, or just like saying with yourself, you can divide them up even more, like just the court cards, the ace, king, queen, jack. Take those out, and then because now you have more choices. Ace, king, queen, jack. You have 4. All right, so you want to broaden that out beyond the red or black, and then you can do cards just in the numbers, from 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. You can keep increasing until you get comfortable with it. All right. So, all right, very good. I want you to right now put in if the card that I have drawn is red or black. Put it in your comments. I have drawn the card. I'll give another 30 seconds. Everyone watching, put red or black in your comments. And so this is fun. And you also want to expand with colors. Remember that game Uno? Uno deck has the 4 primary colors. you can do that too. It's just fun. It's endless. And it's just a great way. Use your first intuition. Sorry, your first guess. The first thought that comes to your mind, or the first impression, the first thing you get. All right, so it is red. Congratulations, Angel and Mickey. It's a red. I got 3 of red. See, this is the animal, so it's the dragonflies. But, excuse me. I also saw an R in my head, so I thought red. Oh, no, you did really good. Yep, red. Yes. So, and that's it. Everyone's going to get it differently. Whether you see the color red, whether you get the impression of red, or maybe just R, like how Angel, red or black, R or B. So that's great. Yay! That's wonderful. Pat yourself on the back. Very, very good. That was fun, wasn't it? And so you can do this all the time. Just sitting down, whether, I don't want to say watching TV, but most people can multitask. And it's the 3 of hearts, Mickey. Very good. Excuse me, let me take another sip. I got a tickle in my throat. A red heart, yeah. Exactly. So that's just fun to do. Just take the card, have a deck of cards with you. That's one of the things. A lot of people dice with numbers. A die or 2, the dice, the set, however, whatever you want to do. You can roll it. Start off with 1, because, again, you want to start off with the numbers and predict which number you're going to roll. That kind of thing. But isn't it interesting, though, that it's that most of the games you see in the casino were set up on really to test your intuition. You have to use your intuition, or even, pick a number. What number is going to win, like bingo, things like that. Isn't it interesting? So it's, and not that I'm not promoting gambling. Okay. Don't want you to do that. It's just tools to help you, develop and strengthen your intuition. All right. So that's always fun. I like to always have a deck of cards around just to test too. And there used to be a game show called Card Sharks, and I'm going way back. I probably show on my age now. Card Sharks, where they would take the card, they would take, they had several levels, and they had the first card, and all right, so is the next card going to be higher or lower? Higher or lower? And people would say, oh, higher or lower. Remember that? Does anybody remember Card Sharks? So I was always blown away. I loved watching things like that. And I was like, wow, do they even know what they're doing? I mean, it's fun. It's developing the intuition, and it's really cool. Most of the games are guess this, guess that, aren't they? In some degree or another, which is really, supposed to help strengthen your intuition. But those who's really strong and you start winning, then they get mad, right? Yeah, let's go to Vegas. It's interestingly, I don't like being in casinos and areas like that. It's just a lot of people's energies. Being very sensitive is very overwhelming for me. But if you could go in there and have all of those gambling tables and everything like that, that'd be fun just to play. Oh, thank you, Frederick. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sitting with us this evening. And so that was fun. I'm trying to start you off slow and building up the intuition, but a lot of you are very gifted and you got it fast. So next week, I'll think of something else for you to do to test the intuition. And that's it's great. If any of you have any suggestions on how you would want your intuition tested, or there's topics you want me to talk about, please message me here on Facebook, or you can get a hold of me through my website, which is whitesagewoman.com. I'll say that again because many of you aren't who's going to listen to this or watch this in the archives. And I'm saying here on Facebook, they're not going to probably be watching it from there. So that's where you can do that. Yeah. And yes, Mickey, most of us can't. Very open and intuitive and empathic. We can't be in places like that, casinos, and just we tap into everything. And it can be very, very overwhelming if you see someone down on their luck. And the places, we have 2 big casinos near us. And it wasn't something I ever considered until moving here and then hearing about how in this area, how gambling can be an issue because I didn't grow up around the casino. So wasn't exposed to that. And then people lose their homes. They lose everything. And I'm like, oh, that's terrible. Right? And that's when it's addiction. Okay, the number next week is 12. I mean 11. I love it, Mickey. There you go. I like roulette. Yeah, see, that's what I was like. I would love to, if I could go into empty casino, or if I have a chance at just a roulette table, that would be fun to play with. All right, so enough of that. So what I wanted to do first, before giving now the rest of the show time here, messages, if anybody would like to have a weekly message, I would like to first just send out some cosmic heart healing. That's a cosmic heart healing that it's a type of healing that I do. It's connecting with the cosmic heart. Actually, that's the type of healing we all do, or we should be doing, right? When you're giving readings, messages, when you're in a healing session, whether it's Reiki, whatever the modality is, the path may be different, but it should all lead to that same final destination, connecting with the divine, the cosmic heart, I call it cosmic heart, and that's the source of the healing. All right. So that's what I tap into. I bring us up to the upper vibrations, connecting with the cosmic heart, and at the same time bringing the cosmic heart vibrations down. So it's like it's this beautiful figure 8, pulling and pushing. Just it's I can't put it into words, but it's just how I can see the energy moving. So this is for all of you, so you get to experience some cosmic heart healing with my new crystal ball. This is not one that this is the purple colored, the amethyst. This is a real crystal, but it's a purple crystal. And I use a clear crystal usually when I send out distant healings every day. But isn't this one gorgeous? So you'll get a real treat because this is the first one. Now, I also like to use healing wands. So this has a Merkaba. It's copper. And you see it even has a little crystal ball at the end too. All right. So what I like to do is I want you to just relax for a minute. We're going to receive some healing this way first. I'm going to give you a shot of this type of healing before giving some messages. All right. Take a deep breath. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. And deep, deep. Feel it in your stomach. Breathe in. Really let it out. Do this 3 times. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring the energies. All right. You're connecting with the cosmic heart. You're going up, up, up the golden spiral staircase to the upper vibrations of the cosmic heart. bringing down that love, healing, the knowing that we are divine and whole and complete, back down the golden spiral staircase to where we are now, holding this knowledge and this knowing that we are complete and healed, putting that back into our divine blueprint of our DNA. And just receive the healing. And it doesn't matter whether you feel it from your feet first, all the way up and over, out your third eye, or if you feel it coming in from the crown chakra all the way down. And remember, energy doesn't move in a straight line. It's always spiraling. Figure 8 are DNA strands. Very powerful. Just breathe it in. Yeah, there you go. And we're releasing anything that's not for our highest and greatest. We're removing it from our energy field, from our aura, from our sacred space. We are unhooking hooks that are not from us, that are from others that we may be unaware of. Unhooking these hooks, we're going to hook them into the divine source, because the divine source knows how to recycle and to balance these energies. There we go. And at the same time, let's be fair. Let's unhook from any person, place, situation that we may be hooked into without realizing. And we're going to unhook, and we're going to bring it back to us, and we're going to give it forgiveness, love, healing, whatever it needs. Let that balance out. Balance out. And if it doesn't serve us, we're just going to release it to the divine. There you go. There you go. Yeah. As above, so below. As below, so above. As within, so without. As without, so within. There we go. Yeah, I feel it now. A lot just released. Very good. Woo! All right. How did that feel? Oh my gosh. Woo! I love this. Feels great. Okay. Stay for a few minutes. Make sure you drink plenty of water the rest of the evening too. All right. Now, burping. Woo, here we go. Feel the energies. Okay, so those of you who would like to have a message, please put your message. You can ask a question, or I can pull cards. And what's really popular is the angel cards. I can pull an angel card for you, or I can pull, it's called Magical Times deck. So I can pull from this deck and Magical Times, or some angel cards. So let me know how you want to put your question. Is you want me to let me know what deck you want me to pull from, pull a card for you. Is you could just put Magical Times or Magical in your question. You could put Angel in your question. And what I'll do is I will channel the message, and I always like to validate with the cards. All right, so got some tingles from the healing. Oh, good. Yes, yay! I know I did too. All right, so message, please. Do you see any health concerns? No deck preference. Okay, Julia. Any health concerns for you? Go ahead. Let me just scan your body again. It can be legs from the knees to your feet. If you take too long and doing what you need to do, moving, all right? if you take to now, and I understand that you want to be careful and not just be spontaneous, but you don't want to drag your feet so long that you actually do develop leg issues. And how you can always tell when you're developing, when you're not actually taking action, it's going to be that step forward, your right leg stepping forward, your knees, your ankles, your feet, because you're being still too long and that energy's stuck and it wants to get out. So it's that movement of, and so Julia, it's not so much you want to make one move, and I understand that. You want to make one move to a place because it's going to be a big move. And you want to make sure that it's right. Trust that. Even if you have to move again in the next couple of years, that's okay. It's the area. You just need to be in the right area, that right community. All right. And you can eventually, and then you will get to the right place. I say you move in several times within the next 3 to 4 years. So the place you go to first will be great, but then you may want to move again, but that's going to be your choice and you'll be ready. Don't want you to have anxiety. We do that to ourselves, and we need to stop doing that. All right. You need a huge chunk of that rainbow, Jasper. And put it on your heart chakra. I'm serious. I mean, just, okay. And you've got to believe. It's not so much really the specific place. And we do this, don't we? It's like, I don't want to move until I know exactly where I'm going, the house, the location, everything. We want all this information before we do something. But the thing is that it's already been put into motion for us. The place where you're going to move has already been selected for you, Julia. You just have to do it. Just trust, go with the flow, and go, you know what? I'm just going to move. I'm going to make plans to move in this area. I'm serious. Make the connections, and it will just, when it happens so fast, that's proof to you that, wow, everything's fallen into place because it's meant to be. All right. But you have to start. You have to put one foot in front of the other. All right. And go. All right. All right. So Mickey. When will I meet my partner? I feel them in my energy. Okay. All right. Here. And a card too. Whichever one. That's fine. Okay. So hold on. Mickey. There's a lot of things going on here, or several things going on here with that. All right. You've had so many partners in a past life. Anyway. You have already met your partner. You're already connected with your partner energetically. Bring them into the physical. And I know exactly what you're talking about here. Just trying to articulate it. It's you are whole and complete all by yourself. When we have the love and support of, in this life, our loved ones, and then knowing too, we have the love and support from all our loved ones in past lives. It's very, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. No one should ever feel alone because they're not. So you continue and you do a lot of work in your astral travels. You are always meeting your loved ones, even in the astral plane. And so it's, and I understand now it's like it's happening in the astral. How am I going to make it manifest into the physical? And it's, you already have, is what I'm hearing. You already have manifested that. Is there just that one person that's right for you? Yes, there is. And because you have worked through a lot of things already, there is a person that you're going to meet, and they don't live in the same state as you do. You're going to meet them, though, whether will come into your town for travel, but you will meet this person that's, I'm not even getting a clear how you're going to meet them, but you will know immediately when you look at each other, because you're already communicating in an astral, because that's how you are. All right. And you put it out there, and okay, so I've met you now. When you've already done it there, that's powerful, and it's just going to manifest in the physical. All right. So that's definitely already in the works for you. Within this year is going to be a very powerful year for you. All right. So let me pull a card for you. And then I'm going to use the Magical Times one, because this is Magical Times is what I'm feeling for you. And let me see what card Mickey gets for this magical time. Ooh, awareness. Pay attention to the subtleties, the sublets. And you pay attention to every little thing. Look with new eyes. There are signs and omens everywhere. You get so many signs and omens, Mickey, it's not even funny. And you know that. And so keep trusting that. Keep trusting. Oops. I'm trying to make sure it's up high enough. Hold on. Let me make sure and get it up here. Anyway, it's a beautiful fairy. I think the glare, sometimes you don't really get to see it too much, but beautiful fairy and dragonfly. Dragonfly. Come on, when we pulled the cards, you got 3 of heart with a dragonfly on there. That dragonfly's for you. Dragonfly must mean something for you, Mickey. So take that. I leave that with you. All right. Woo. Wow, that's some very, very powerful. And this is also too what I'm hearing. All right. Mickey, you're very powerful. It's almost like you're going to. All right, I'm just going to say it. I don't have to understand. You're like this very powerful avatar is the word I'm getting. Avatar. And you're meeting the right avatar for you to do your work the rest of this lifetime. There. I know you understand that. Okay. Woo! All right. So, Angel, no deck. What is the message that Spirit needs for me to know this week? Okay. Angel. Now, I know that you are pregnant and due months away, right? I do believe you're yeah. So your energy is very beautiful, and it's times 2. There's a reason why I say that. Okay. Oh, it's cute. It's very, very beautiful. Sorry, there's so much I have to have to tell them to calm down a minute. They're giving to me so much. Your baby's energy is very, very beautiful. Woo! All right. So now, also in pregnancy, there's a lot of anxiety with you, even too. Even though this is your 3rd pregnancy, each one is different. Each child is different. Each energy the children brings in, they're just different. I know there's a lot of things going on with you, and you can handle it all, and you really can. There can be some times where life's going so fast, right? That you almost are losing control. And whether you planned all these pregnancies or not, right? It's all happening for the right reason. And it really is. March 26th. Okay, I'm trying to read all of the, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 2 months. Yes. All right. Okay, so a message that you need to hear right now is with pregnancy, we sometimes get lost in the shuffle with what we want and need, our desires. And you are very beautiful and desirable, and you still are very sexy. And it's important for you to know this and to also really embrace how empowering this is. Women give birth to another being. The wombs, I call her, they're portals. You have this beautiful sacred being, space. You have a space, a whole system in your womb holding this star seed that's getting ready to be born. And that's beautiful and that's powerful. Sometimes, well, yes, absolutely, the soul. Sometimes that, though, can make us feel overwhelmed too. Because we're women, we're going to explore the beautifulness of it and the ugliness of it and all of it. And oh my gosh, I'm getting bigger and it's weighing on my bladder and I've got to pee constantly. And it's hard to feel like this beautiful, empowered woman when we've got to pee every 5 minutes, right? And when you feel like, your body's been stretched to its limits, but you are, and you always come back, Oh gosh, that is great. That is great. All right. So making the March. Okay. Angel is her name. Angel is that's her due date. Okay. So yeah. Oh, okay, for you. Maybe it is. Maybe I misunderstood. Another soul March. Okay. But anyway, whether you're due in a couple months, Mickey March is, okay, the due date. Right. Gotcha. Okay. Yay. Awesome. Okay. So that's, whew. Yeah. 2018. This is very powerful. And it's the first 6 months, Mickey, of when you meet somebody. So, okay. I was thinking Panhandle of Florida. My mom lives here. She's 76, only a few hours from mom in case of emergency or something. Julia, Panhandle of Florida doesn't feel right for you, Julia. Again, you're thinking too much. You're thinking about strategy-wise. What if I'm around my mother, or I'm around family, or I'm around... And that's great. Let me tell you, in an emergency, you're going to get anywhere you need to be very quickly. All right? It's just going to happen that way. So, but don't tie yourself down, because that's not where you're needed to be. Listen to your soul. Listen to your sacred heart center, not to the overactive mind of what makes logical sense. Because your mission on this earth is not to make logical sense, but to feel your way through. Seriously, I know. What? Do what feels right, Julia, and don't let anyone make you feel bad for any of your choices. All right? So, all right. Let me see. All right. So, final call. Anyone else would like to have a message? Just please ask your question in the comments. And then I'm going to wrap the show up. So this time goes by so fast, doesn't it? Actually, what I'm going to do is pull an angel card for everybody. What message does the angels want for all of us? What do we all need to know at this time? Of course, it's the going with the flow is what I'm hearing. And it's very important for us to trust. Yes, don't overthink. To trust. All right. And so let me pull, and I see your question. And I will answer that. Let me pull the card first for everyone. Here. All right. Pull it. This is for us all. Reminding us of hope. Hope. Hope indicates that the sun is about to come out in the area of your life. So the angel wisdom reminds you that your spirit is immensely resilient and powerful. So keep faith with your dreams and visions. Remember, the universe wants you to have your heart's desire. If it is simply waiting for you to believe you deserve it before the angels bring it to you. It is simply waiting for you to believe you deserve it before they bring it to you. You have to, I deserve this, and you have to step in that motion. That motion proves of the trust. Do your part. Send out positive and balanced thoughts for the changes you seek in the fulfillment of your wishes. Ask the angels for help. Oh, well, and they will just come to your aid tremendously. Hope is a magnetic quality which attracts the great and beautiful into your life. Oh, excuse me. Here, see. Whew, very burping here. So the affirmation. 3 times I always say that you should say affirmations or any kind of powerful mantras or anything. I am eternally optimistic. I am eternally optimistic. I am eternally optimistic. Okay. Ooh, beautiful. All right, so let me get back to a question here for Anna. I want to open a preschool for children with special needs, but I don't want to do the business side. I want to just work with the kids. Then, yes, it's a good idea. It's going to take a team, Anna. Most definitely, you know this. And in a partnership. And to start off is a place that's already opened. I do feel like there's another woman. Or there's 2. There's another one in the background, but she's kind of faded. But there's one prominent woman, and maybe the one in the background is to come here. But that there's one who already owns a preschool, and you would just need to step in with and it is for special needs, or to discuss what you would like to do. I know you don't want to do the business side, so you have to form a partnership and make sure everything's legal. I know you don't want to probably do the business side, but you still need to be very aware of what's going on business-wise. All right. And that means, of course, meetings with you. You and your partner's going to be working together anyway, but with you and your partner meeting with accountants, with lawyers, whatever you need to make everything is on track. And don't turn a blind eye to the business side. You don't have to know all the aspects, but you don't want to be blinded if something happens that you didn't even know. All right. And what I mean by that is it's important for you to make sure that what you want, your hopes and your dreams aren't being squandered on. All right. So you have to protect yourself in business. You do have to know some of it, high-end and higher professionals that's going to help you. And and protect that business part. Okay. So yes, it's going to be a big team, so if you're going to find somebody who already owns a preschool, and you can be changed, shaped, and molded into special needs only, because there's going to be licensing. I feel you're ready to step into this, but the other person may need to, something that she may need to go through, whether it's a class or some kind of certification with special needs kids. All right. So you're going to have to really make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And that's why it's finding this person, which will come to you. You put this out there. It's a woman who already owns a preschool center. You're going to have, like I said, this whole team, accountants, lawyers, to get everything done right. This is very beautiful, and it's going to be very successful, but just be careful. That's what I'm saying. Don't put blinders on at all with this, and watch. It's going to really be very successful for you. All right. And don't be impatient, because sometimes some of the legalities take time. So then leave that message with you. Okay. Yes. Trust and stay. That's your message right now, is to trust and have faith and stay in the present. Yes, Sarah, absolutely. Stay in the now. That's very important for us all to remember. Staying in the now helps us get through everything. All right. Oh, hello. Okay. So Anthony, Sarah, and Austin. Hello, beautiful family. All right. So, yeah, right. Mind your business. Yes, Julia. See, this is good. Anna, what Julia's even saying, especially someone else is signing the checks, right? You've got to know what's going on. You don't want to be blindsided by something. And I'm even reminded of the movie Rocky. Remember when Rocky lost everything because of what was a cricket accountant? I mean, I'm just saying, that's so funny. But absolutely you can do it. You just want to make sure that everything is going. Mind your business. Exactly, Julia. You said it perfect. Mind your business. Just ask to see records sometimes. Ask to see things. Don't just trust everyone else to deal with it and be blind to it and go, okay, I trust you. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for sitting in Sacred Circle with me this last hour. Oh, in 15 minutes. It's all right. It's been great. I mean, when we're in the zone, it's timeless. There's no time. So thank you, everyone, so much. And I look forward to next week. We'll be into February. Next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, be sure to, if you have anything you would like to share with me, please message me here on Facebook, or you can get a hold of me through my website. All right. So thank you all so much, and have a great evening. And if I didn't get to everybody with the reading, sometimes the comments go really fast. You can either schedule a session with me, check out the video email readings I offer on my website, whitesagewoman.com. And also, or you can just tune in next Sunday, promptly, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you all so much, and many blessings to each and every one of you. May the obstacles to your flight be few, and the blessings along your journey be many. Namaste.